Good.
Right, so today we're just going to talk a little bit more about shaping using classical conditioning, and in particular using a conditioned reinforcer. And you've learnt about this in your positive reinforcement prac. So basically, via classical conditioning, the conditioned reinforcer, which in this instance is the clicker, which makes the clicking sound you'll hear in a minute, is paired with the food reward. And in the beginning, we need to do this within half a second of the click, and we need to deliver the food reward within half a second of the click occurring. But right now, the horse is so well conditioned to the classical conditioning that we can allow just a little bit more time. All right, so we're going to show you how we train him to do a little bit of Piaffe. Now, Piaffe is an old dressage movement where basically the horse trots on the spot, but it very slightly forward. So he's allowed to take, in a competition environment, 10 steps forward per metre. So it's a difficult movement for them because they have to angle the pelvis slightly differently in order to get the hind legs closer to the front legs. So we'll just show you how we started it. So the very first step we did was teach him to pick up each leg singly with the clicker. So we shaped that. So in the beginning he was actually kicking out, and we shaped that until each step came slightly more forward. So he was rewarded or reinforced in the beginning for any picking up of the back legs. But eventually, we only rewarded steps that were coming slightly forward. And now once that stage had been achieved, we moved the cue to the top of his rump. So the left side for the left hind and the right side for the right hind. And then once that step had been achieved, we got multiple steps from one tap, more in the middle. You can see he's not doing it now. That's okay. Things always go wrong in training. We want 1, 2. So pretty small steps, but that's okay. We have to begin at the beginning. And again, 1, 2, good job. Halo, well done. So you can see I'm rewarding every time. So now, once he learned that, we then put it together. And this has taken over several weeks, maybe 4 weeks. So that we only reinforced steps that occurred in the diagonal pattern of the trot. And then we reinforced more and more steps. And you might think it's funny that Sophie's Piaffing too, but that does seem to help the horse with the task. And you can see how much closer his back legs come to his front legs. Boy. Yep, and so now we're going to, once that was achieved, we then put the rider on board. We're also using the clicker. Not with the rider. Clicking the exact same cue. So just rewarding every good try in the beginning. Doesn't have to be for very long, we can always get duration, but it does have to happen quickly, and we call that latency. So getting a little bit longer now, steps. So now we've got a bit of duration of the behaviour. And now what we would have to do is change the context of the behaviour, because at the moment he's learned it here. So he's not 100% clear what exactly makes the pressure go away and what exactly makes the bickies come. But he does know that when he's done the right thing because he gets the click for it. So now we're going to change the behaviour. We're going to take it to a new context where he hasn't done it before, and we'll see if that makes a difference. And I think you'll find he's probably nowhere near as good as he was out on the driveway. I'm going to reward every good little try. So it's nowhere near as proficient here, because if we've changed the context, remember horses do context-specific behaviours because of their perfect memories. It's all quite interesting here because there are other horses as well. So we've got this little time gap that we can use now because he's very proficient with the clicker. But in the beginning, he certainly can't have a gap that long between the click and the treat. And not doing too much at once, obviously. So we'll give him finish that session there, because lots of good tries there.